Hey guys, I'm making a quickie video here because I haven't made a video in a while and I haven't been able to decide whether to do another video on my current channel or to move on to my new channel, which I think I'm going to call Rose Red something or other. And I'm not sure because of all the stalking and the hacking I've been going through. And so I've been, it's just so hard because I mean, I have 635 subscribers. I'm looking at my armpits because I was just watching this really weird video about reptilians, and this blonde, newscaster is talking, and this guy is filming her slowly, and has her in slow motion and thinks that because of the pixeliness in the picture, it's showing her reptilian skin. And I don't know what to think of it. Everyone's always talking about these reptilians all the time, and I just have such a mental block when it comes to reptilians and lizards controlling everything. I mean, my mind is open to anything. I will give any thought a try. I really will. I will try any idea on for size, unless it grosses me out too much, and then I won't. Even then, it might go into my head, But they said if we knew the true history of this planet, that we would not come here. Barbara Marciniak says that, and I have a feeling that it is completely true. I have a feeling we've been sort of tricked into coming here. So I'm going to completely ramble this video. I wanted to talk about some different skincare stuff. I wanted to talk about my channels. Should I start a new channel? I'm kind of curious who would follow me over to my new channel. And, because I'm probably going to still do similar kind of stuff. And then I have these two different laptops because one of them has viruses in it, and somebody put a guest user on there. Somebody came into my apartment and got my computer somehow and put a guest user on there and signed into my computer. And I don't know who did that, but I didn't do that. And somebody did that, and my apartment was being entered all the time. And well, secretly, I could tell I wanted to get out of there, and I did. And yeah, I didn't like that feeling, knowing that I would lock the door and, I'd come back and that same lock was unlocked. So, that's why I'm not going to be, I know who my stalker is, and I know who my hacker is, and it's somebody that I know really well, not somebody who's some stranger from the internet. However, I am definitely, with my new channel, whatever I do in the future, I had all these really nice personal correspondences with people, which was really, really nice. And they wrote me, I got some really great letters, and I'm going to read all those letters one of these days. I'm going to make a video about the $48 million MBA club and all the fun, wonderful mail and things that happened from the club, which was all good, positive stuff in my opinion. And my ex and his posse of women and legal, people, really crushed that, and also denied, all the money that could have come through there that I could have and use and give and share, and, while they simultaneously take more and more from me and give me nothing to help me actually take care of a very, 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 very beautiful child. Anyway, but we're not talking about that right now, other than that. But that has been a huge part of my life lately, and dealing with it has been astronomically ginormous, and put a lot of stress on me and a lot of stress on my life and my daughter, and I'm doing my best to keep normal life going, and I'm pretty much doing. She's happy. She's considering we have it pretty good. But that's kind of like why I'm in this sort of weird position of not really knowing how to keep going with my channel in a way that feels really safe. So I want to be safe, you know, and so, but it's not, I feel safe from strangers. It's the people that I know that I'm afraid of. So I have to do something about that. So, all right, I don't want to give away my whereabouts. I'm not going to. And I really want to talk about my new stuff, my new ideas, my new thoughts. I want to talk about the new stuff I've been trying. This is my new red hair, really dark. I wanted to talk about how I maintain it while I'm naturally a blonde, you know. And I like having dark hair. I think it sets off my eyes, you know. And I really miss having my crystal, which was broken. A lot of really, really, really weird things have happened in the last year, and I'm going to talk about them at one point. I'm going to just, you know, a lot of weird stuff. My crystal broke. I still have it, but, you know, I have to put it back together. I'm almost afraid of it. I almost feel like if somebody cursed it, like I have to cleanse it and redirect it. And if I'm going to redirect the energy of the crystal, I have to be really in a really good place to do that energetically, and I have to be really very focused and in control and know where I want to go with my channeling, you know, because this is the other new thing. I mean, you know, I think what I want to work on coming up is the Chocolate Dance Club, the 48 million strong Chocolate Dance Club. And I still want to get the 48 million people together and all across the world. That is a good plan. And I was going to do it with the $48 million MBA Club, and maybe I can still do it with the $48 million MBA Club. Maybe you have to join the Chocolate Dance Club before you can join the $48 million MBA Club. But I was trying to get it to make it about the chocolate, the dancing, and the joy factor. I wonder if you should put the word joy in there. I don't know. And just get 48 million people to unify. You know, if it was going to be through the MBA Club, great. Except for some people like to ruin all the fun. You know who you are. Fun ruiners. And so we have to redirect and come up with new fun. Which is what we're doing. Which is what I'm doing. And look. Red glasses to go with my red hair. I just need better lipstick. Why does lipstick fade so easy? Ooh, I'm blind. Huh, I almost do see better with these. Up close. From a distance, I see better without them. I could be like this. I guess I could do that. So I want to work on these clubs, and I want to tie the clubs together with the sacred geometry and my clothing line and my jewelry line, because I want to have my sacred geometry symbol. I want to make jewelry out of it, so you can wear it right here on your chest, your crossroad, your point of power. You have to have good armpits if you're going to go around showing your armpits, and I really need to work on this armpit area. Oh my God. So yeah, I want to focus on this 48 million thing because I think it could work. I already feel like I came to a new world, the new earth. Okay, so the terms are blueprint, new earth. They talk about this new earth. And when you come to California or you fly out west from the east, you do feel like you came to a new earth. It feels like a completely different earth. And sometimes I'm like, is this the same planet? You know? Is this the same place? Because it's so different out here. And if I were to find out that I had indeed landed on new earth, the new one that we made because we couldn't change the old one, so we just created a new one somehow, or we doubled it or something. I don't know. They say it's too hard. They didn't want the planet to blow up because it's too hard to rebuild it. Maybe they just didn't want to they wanted the record of it. They didn't want all that to be destroyed, the physical record of it. And yet somehow there are 12 Earths and we can make a new one. Maybe they wanted us to make a new one to see what would have happened if we decided to go ahead and get along and not fight. You know, maybe they wanted to see, you know how there's everything, there's potentials. You know, you're going along a path and this could happen or this could happen or this could happen or this could happen, as shown by that movie, The Butterfly Effect, with Ashton Kutcher, right? Is that his name? And that's a really interesting movie because it shows you the different potentials. That's a very groundbreaking, mind-blowing movie, and it's like totally true how those different things can happen and are happening all at the same time, weirdly. And so that guy, whoever came up with that movie, obviously crossed the normal 3D human view of the lines of time and realized not only can you jump around the same track of time from the future to the back to the present, but then you can create a bunch of different tracks of totally different versions. And I understand that. I get that. And I know that's true. So yeah, sometimes I think I've come to the new earth when I come out here. And so I feel more hopeful and less depressed and more like I can come up with a new blueprint. I can, all this negative energy that we've been trapped under and within and controlled by for millennia of time, eons of time, with vibrational controls over our bodies and our societies that keep us. First of all, you can't leave when you get down here. Oh my God, we've been in prison all this time. We don't even know it. We're starting to figure it out. That's why I want to join 48 million people in a joy moment, or 48 minutes of unified joy across the planet, because then all those people can go on to the new earth. Maybe that's how you get there. You have to join the 48 million strong chocolate dance club in order to get to the new earth. That's your ticket. It's a free ticket. You can join for free. But if you want to donate, you can donate. Oh, fun. Okay. So should I start a whole new channel? Well, I guess I should start like the 48 million strong chocolate dance club channel. There should be a channel for just that, I guess. I mean, that would be a definite marker of who had joined the club, right? So you can get 48 million likes on a video with the 48 minute. I got to make 48 minutes of joyful music and movement. That's what I got to do. I got to make a 48-minute video of the 48 million strong chocolate dance club dances and music that is made up of the love vibration combined with varying forms of the light vibration. And the music will trigger the love vibration, which is sadly lacking on this planet. There's no love vibration here. There's beauty and intrigue, and then there's a lot of filthiness that we create. And but there's incredible beauty, and the geometry comes in the form of our housing, our buildings, our architecture, and everything we make. We use the geometry because we are in a Earth nature program that is always programmed to be one off of symmetry. So it always grows in an asymmetrical pattern. Resembling really close to symmetry, but not. Never will be. That's why everything grows crooked. Even if it grows basically straight, it's still growing crookedly straight. It's still going like this. So we're always trying to find the answer to these life questions. What are we doing here? What is the meaning of life? Why are we here? What is this place? How come nobody can understand it? Why does everybody think the Son of God was this one guy that was murdered to death on a cross 2,000 years ago? The one guy, only one guy, and he died for our sins. He died, so how do you turn that into a positive? They killed him, and now we're trying to make us feel guilty for that. They killed him, and then they're like, but he died for your sins. Wow, that's a mindfuck. Imagine if it was a true story, that Jesus was alive, even though they say that there were many, many Jesuses. There were many people here of from the Christ vibration, from the Christ consciousness, from the Christos level of mind, maybe like the ninth dimension or something, or yeah, 9, 10, 11, 12, something up in there. You know, a team came down. I think they were all crucified. Is that what happened? But somehow the one guy, you know, it's possible that Jesus did get pissed at the marketplace and really fucking lost it. Excuse my French. And really lost it, you know, just maybe that's when, because every time I've ever failed in my life was when I lost it. As soon as you lose it, everybody just slams you. Yeah, that is true. That's why Obama's amazing if he's still the real guy in his body, because he stays calm. You know, you can't lose it. You lose it, you lose. You lose it, you lose. And I think it's one of the scenarios is possibly that he lost it after all he went through. And then he was betrayed. And then he goes to the marketplace. He sees everybody worshiping the golden calf. They're not getting it. They're not getting it. And who knows what set him off to that level? Maybe it was everything. Maybe it was everyone. Maybe he just couldn't take it anymore. Maybe he was just pissed. Maybe he'd found out about Judas betraying him. Maybe he felt the pressure of everybody closing in. Maybe he knew it was coming, that he was going to die, that he was going to get beat up. It's one thing to die. It's the last hour before you die that we're all afraid of, you know? Maybe he got really, really pissed and he destroyed their stuff, and maybe he went a little too far for them, and he like toppled over their tables and their stuff, you know? This is my new jewelry since I don't have my crystal. I say to myself, I have embodied the crystal energy so that I don't need the crystal itself, because, you know, you got to get through life without having a crystal around your neck all the time, obviously. Sometimes you aren't able to have a crystal. You're not born with a crystal around your neck. So you have to send the crystal, you have to program the crystal and then put it in the place where it belongs, where it can do the most good. I probably need to put it somewhere special. Or maybe I should put it on a crown. I understand why they make crowns, because then you're wearing the sacred geometry, just like the jewelry, you know, the gold crown. Just brings up the vibrations, but you can do it without a crown. That's the whole point. It's harder, but you know, that's why jewelry is nice to have a little piece. To focus point too. But anyway, so back to the Jesus story. Yeah, I think he got really pissed and he like destroyed their stuff, and he like messed with their money, you know, their money, their stuff, and their sales and their market, and you know, and that's how they made their living. And he comes in and he freaking goes crazy on them. I mean, this is one version, and then he just went too far, and they were just pissed, and that's why they were able to go ahead and either support or join in with his whole, you know, what I call the Passion of the Christ. To me, I mean, I get confused about the Passion. It seems like some people represent it as that when he was getting beat up with the crown of thorns on his way to the cross. Ouch. That's a crown of thorns. I mean, ouch. So that, you know, I mean, I guess there's worse things, I suppose, but I mean, a crown of gold even a crown of gold, unless it's very light, with jewels on, it's going to be heavy, and a crown of thorns is very painful. But it's interesting that they're both crowns, that the crown imagery was used back then. The crown, we don't do anything with crowns nowadays. You know, nobody goes around wearing a crown except for a bride, or a king and a queen on stage in some play about something Shakespeare wrote or whatever, some king. But Americans don't wear crowns. We don't wear crowns. No, we wear necklaces and we wear watches. We wear jewelry, but nobody wears a crown anymore. It's funny. So anyway, yeah, poor Jesus. So Jesus gets, you know, it's like his only son gets beat the crap out of. Ouch. So awful. He was, if that's what happened, and then they hang him. And then maybe they get him down really fast. I mean, they cannot leave a guy like that up. You don't do that you don't do that to someone. I mean, what the hell? What the hell happened? So anyway, and then to say that you have to give all of your power and all of your love to this guy, this one guy who was killed and murdered by his friends, his family, his people, the Jews. He was a Jew. What else could he be? That's all there was there. We're Jewish people from Israel. And the whole story is crazy and it doesn't make sense. And it's a horrible story. It's a painful story. And there's a lot of guilt in it. And why are we following this story? And then a lot of this Christian stuff is really rampant. And it's very tied into. And the cross is it is powerful. The cross. It is the crossroads. I just learned this. That the cross is the witches do their spells in the middle of the crossroads. They find a crossroad. They do it there because that's where the power point is. And that's where Jesus died on the cross. And the cross is the heart of the body. I'd stand up and make that, but... And then they put a dead man on the cross, which is the way the Pleiadians would support their point of view, which is that the whole Jesus story is just a guilt trip to keep everybody in control, and that they put a dead man on the cross so that we won't get the idea that the cross is a good thing. So we don't get our power. Then we can't be controlled. If our minds are free, we cannot be controlled. And they use everything to control our minds, everything to control us from actually owning our own power. Using mind control, vibrations around the planet, the net all around the planet. The internet is part of it, so it's good and it's bad. It's good. We're sharing. And then it's also how they control. So it's both, right? And, oh my gosh, what else? Yeah, so mind control. And then they shut down. They disconnected the glands in our head. They disconnected the pituitary and the pineal gland and the hypothalamus, because those, if they were connected, and they disconnected them. Okay? Deep. Boop, boop, boop. So that's why you should tap the top of your head to try to stimulate them and reconnect them and get them communicating with each other. Because if those three glands in your head are communicating, you won't age and die, and you'll rejuvenate. Because the messages will be sent, programmed, because it's like a machine to rejuvenate. Because in the old days, the gods, or the Syrians, the Pleiadians, the Anunnaki, whoever, all those people that were here, all the different tribes, well, the human beings were the original human beings were designed, and then when all the other came in and you know, everybody spread their DNA down on planet Earth, which was creative and receptive and willing to respond and make life with almost anything, you know, because the Earth is responsive and it grows life. And so that's why everyone's interested in being here. And inside the human body are these codes in the blood, but we're so shut down we can't access them, which is almost maybe good, because you don't want to have too much power if you are not good. If you're a no-goodnik, as Barbara Marciniak would say. A no-goodnik is how her Pleiadians talk about no-good doers, bad guys, evil guys. They call them no-goodniks. Which is sort of a cute version where some people are like, it's the devil, or, ooh, evil, creepy reptilians are doing horrible things. And if there's all these horrible things going on this planet, ooh, I don't I don't want to be a part of all of that. You can be on the planet and not get raped and murdered by evil, creepy people, but it's also, of course, possible. It could happen, so you should be careful. Make it... protect yourself, make a decision, choose not to. Of course, I get marks on my body. I wake up with marks as if I've been taken in the night and something happened. But some of us agree to that. I think we agree to share our DNA, our eggs or something. I've had marks down here. I've had marks on my back. I do think something was installed here. A couple weeks ago, I swear to God, it was swollen. There was a lump here, and there was a seam right down, a little line right down the middle of this lump. And on either side of this thin line, which looked like a surgical mark, was the way the skin looks on either side of a seam of healing, whether it's crooked or sewn together. It looked, I mean, it was like something was in there, and maybe it was swollen because it was adjusting to being in there, but it was painful, and they did it. But I know that I must have agreed to it. We all have. I must have agreed to it. I don't know. Maybe they're just as a tracking device, but I hope I agreed to it, and it wasn't. They weren't. Somebody didn't do it to me against my will. Although maybe I've had some. I don't know. I mean, if you're in a body, in a human body, and you are a person who tries to learn and who grows and who sees things and who takes in information and transduces it out and who is and has some enlightenments, your body might be of use if you are able to transfer that information not only through your voice and your words and your writing or your videos or your dance or your movement or your books, whatever you do, whatever you create, your interactions with people, your children that you give birth to, who you love, how you share your energy. But if you have, maybe people would want to drink your blood too, as your blood might be tasty or valuable, or you might have, think about if you drink blueberry juice, you're getting the nutrition in the blueberries, right? So if you were to drink the juice of something, you would be, if you drink cow milk, you're getting the nutrition of the milk into your body. That's why we eat, for nutrition, right? So we're drinking cow milk and goat milk, and we're not killing the cow or the goat when we drink their milk. We're just taking their milk, which they might not mind giving it to us because they're producing it, and maybe they do mind, maybe they don't mind. I don't know. Maybe they're happy to do it. I don't know. If you pat their head, maybe they're okay with it. If they get something good to eat, maybe they're fine. Maybe they like the attention. Maybe it feels good to be squeaked, So then if we're getting this yummy nutrition, or think about when you eat a really good piece of bacon or crispy fried chicken. Have you not eaten a chicken or a pig? The bacon, some bacon is so good. Now, why is it so tasty? It's like it's like seasoned perfectly with some kind of seasoning, and then you cook it, and it just somehow the cooking of it, the heat, transforms it into this crispy, juicy, crispy, yummy thing. It's so good, and you eat it, and you're like, oh my God, I feel so good, and you feel good, right? What if drinking human blood made you feel good like those vampires, Or maybe eating the meat of a human, depending on the human, is tasty for some other species that are larger than us. There are other, think of it, we're pretty small, actually, when you look at the size of the earth. And you see us, if you're up high looking down at us, we're teensy little ants. We're tiny. We're like nothing. It's funny because we seem like we think we're so big and important, but we're really small. Anyway, I gotta run, guys. I love you. It's fun to make a video again. So I don't know if I'm gonna do this on my old channel, my new channel. This is a new computer, or the hackers are always trying to come in and get my stuff. I have to stop them. Cease and desist, hackers. Stop hacking into my stuff. And that's why I feel like I can't open any more emails from people. That's why if I don't respond to you, I'm sorry. I'm just like, I think everybody is my hackers, my stalkers. The ones who were recently hacking into me and taking me to court. You know who you are. And so you've altered my life and changed it for the worse by making me fearful of you have to protect yourself anyways, but I feel extra like I have to spend more time looking over my shoulder protecting myself because of you guys. Anyways, I'd rather end on a positive note, so I really need to do my nails. I wanted to talk about all this new skincare stuff, and I'm going to talk about that stuff too, but anyway, I gotta go right now. So I love you guys. Big kiss. Mwah. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.